this one person. I didn't like the person at all, and I had never said that here. And I thought I had been so honest through the whole program. And if I had been so honest, I wouldn't have run away like I did. And it was little things, the way I set myself up. And yeah, we can say I was emotionally dishonest. No, I was lying. And so I thought, not doing the senior paper, and that's not going to work. And I just flat didn't want to do it. Then we had a group one night, and we were kind of struggling with, and I think it was just the big transition process of knowing we would now, after a year, we were going to be leaving this property and moving on, and that's scary. That's very scary. And there was probably, my husband and I, a part of us that we did want to do that. There was a group called, and we sat in a circle and talked about some things, and the facilitator at the very end said, Steve and Monica are having a really hard time. I think they need to know they really have some friends here. And why not afterwards you all get together for, go over to the cafeteria and sit down and have a cup of coffee and talk. Well, when the group was over, everybody just went their own way and walked off. No one said a word to us. And right there and then, I looked at my husband and said, we're out of here, we're done. That's it. And he looked at me and goes, what do you mean? And I said, I'm going to call your dad tomorrow. I said, we're out of here. So I set it up. I called it the Great Escape. I had, at this point, because we were looked upon on this property with the young men and the young women around here, kind of as like parents, and people were I almost kind of felt like, since I was taking care of those girls and kind of like counseling them, I was kind of in that position. So people didn't start really questioning what you were doing all the time, because as someone here, you're questioned constantly. So I was feeling a little bit of freedom, and I manipulated that and used it. And I got on the phone one day and I called Steve's father, set everything up to leave. That night, when we went to bed, I had told the night watch that would go around and check the property to not check our room, and they didn't. And finally, at a certain point, after they had left to check in the room, Steve and I left and ran away in the middle of the desert. Right before then, I had gone into one of the counselor's offices here, Mark Schettinger actually, and stole $13 out of his change jar to get me at least on the bus and to the Circle K, so we could so we could get to the Circle K and then wait for the bus to start moving in the morning. Went to Western Union, got the money Steve's dad wired, got on a plane, went back to Kansas City, and that's, that was